All right. Good afternoon. Hey, my name is Ron Gula.
I'm Cindy Gula.
Thanks for joining us today at our first ever Gula Tech Foundation award ceremony. We're very excited. This is the first time we've actually done an award ceremony for the Gula Tech Foundation. And we're really pleased to have so many people with us today and talking about these great grantees that we're going to be getting to in a second.
Oh, go ahead. It's our
We have
first time on Zoom webinar, so
we have a short agenda to go through, but we're very much looking forward to hearing from our awardees. So Cindy and I are going to tell you a little bit about the foundation. We're going to talk about the specific grant that we started in January 2021. We're going to hear from an excellent speaker, Harry Coker. He's been in the intelligence community for a very, very long time. But then we're going to get to the actual meat of the matter here, where we're going to announce our finalists, and then the third place, second place, and first place winners. And then finally, we're going to announce our new grant for March 2021.
yes, we're very excited.
So a little bit about Gula Tech Adventures. So we have sort of three brands. And the brands are our investing arm, Gula Tech Adventures, the foundation arm, which does our cybersecurity philanthropy, and then finally the Gula Tech Cyber Fiction Show, which really is our focus on raising public awareness in cybersecurity. We're actually in the Gula Tech Cyber Fiction Studio today, which is a fancy way to say we bought some curtains and dedicated a room to doing this. But we want to be very specific about what we were doing across all things in cyber. So Cindy, why don't you tell us a little bit about why we did the Gula Tech Foundation?
So with our experience in cybersecurity, we realized that there was a larger need to connect the public to the enterprise, public and private government agencies, all trying to work on this issue of cybersecurity. And quite honestly, it's a complicated, very difficult problem. And the conversation was not including the public. And therefore, we thought with all the other things we were doing, that if we did a foundation to bring all the great work that the nonprofits were doing with respect to cybersecurity, it would amplify their message. It would be able to get their what their issues are out there, and really be able to bring the people in, the experts that are in cybersecurity, to help these nonprofits to reach those the public in a better and more efficient, direct, personal way. So in January, we decided we were going to do our first grant, was going to be looking for nonprofits that would best increase African American engagement in cybersecurity, realizing that 3 to 7% of people that are in cybersecurity right now are African American, and that's just woefully too low. And the question was why? Why it was this the factor and the reason, and then it was what can we do? And that's why we reached out to this award competition to try to really bring some of the great work that's being done.
So Cindy and I don't have all the answers. We're here to help, and we were very humbled by all the different people who submitted grant proposals for this. And of course, the awards this time, we were putting up some meaningful dollars, $1 million. The first place winner is going to receive $500,000, second $300,000, and third $200,000. And this is pretty meaningful for a lot of folks out there, and it's a pretty emotional thing to try to pick winners and losers when everybody's working on such an important problem.
There are no losers.
Exactly.
Not in this.
But what it is a competition. So one of the ways that we were able to kind of get through this was we've had a very blessed career in cybersecurity. We've had a large number of people we've worked with, both as investors, as coworkers, co-founders, people I've worked with at the National Security Agency, people Cindy's worked with in different walks of life. Was about 30 people who have worked with us, and we're not going to go through and read all of their names. I just wanted to give a moment to recognize this very diverse group of people, and it's not just diverse in perhaps skin color or sex, but these people come from academia, from the military, from the venture world, from the startup world, from the nonprofit world. Some folks are very religious, some folks are very technical. We wanted to have this
Operators.
kind of approach to help us pick, different types of folks who can make the biggest difference.
Yes, we definitely thank and appreciate all their hard work for this grant and agreeing to continue to do it for the next one. We
And-
hope.
Yeah, and I apologize because our speaker, Harry, I do not see in the list of folks here. Where's Harry at? All right. Well, what I'm going to do is just look for a second, and I have 2% raised a hand. Dun, dun, dun. First award ceremony, complete failure because the speaker couldn't get on. Here we go.
Trying to find
Yeah.
it's under more.
What we're going to do is we're going to go to the next slide. And I think we're going to have to come back and hear from Harry later because I just don't see him. So we're getting text. This is live as we go.
He's
He's
on.
on. So Harry, I don't see you as a speaker. So if you can raise your hand, that would be really good.
Go into participants and find him.
Yep, I'm working on it.
You say he's on.
Yep, let's see, Harry. Nope.
Maybe try.
All right. Well, Tony Cole says, yeah. So Harry's joining us from the intelligence community and probably using a covert name.
Of course he is.
Yeah, we don't see him. So if anybody who is watching this knows which one Harry is, we actually have some security here, and we're not going to be able to get him on because of the way Zoom is setting things up. Oh, that's really too bad. All right.
Oh,
Yep. All right. So Harry, we're going to have to come back to you. If you can have somebody text me or do that. Yeah, we don't see him in the list of attendees. All right. So we're going to have to move on. Harry, text us, email us. We'll check that out. What we're going to do next is get right to the meat of the matter here. And maybe Harry will be our concluding speaker. And so we're going to get into our finalists. I apologize, Harry, if you're listening and getting ready to say some awesome things, maybe we're going to close out with you. So we actually announced 11 finalists that applied we had more than 100 people apply for the particular grant. And we put this out in a blog at Gula.tech earlier this week in a press release. And again, the intent here is not just to give a donation. The intent is to actually give awareness to these organizations who are doing that. So America's on Tech all the way through different types of groups like Empower, Mission Fulfill, Girl Security. We wrote this up at the Gula.tech. We've already been approached by the RSA organization who wants to interview some of these organizations and get them on a larger audience. But out of these 11, our panelists, our board actually had a big role in voting. We had a process where we got input from each of the board members. We had a selection, and we have our top 3 finalists, top 3 winners. So our very, very first one is going to win a third place award, and we can just go and put that up. So again, trying to move things along here. Our very, very first group that's winning our $200,000 reward is Girl Security. So this organization provides multidisciplinary equity-informed programming through its C model, where girls and young women are secured, empowered, and advanced. This organization empowers participants to explore how technology, people, systems, laws, and policies intersect or collide by situating non-technical cybersecurity skills at the core of its work, offering no barrier to entry and equipping girls and young women of color with a multidisciplinary portfolio of fundamental national security skills to prepare them for every position.
Yeah, this organization really impressed me, specifically because I have been saying that cyber is more than just coding. It's more than just development and the block tackling. So congratulations to Girl Security. We were very impressed with your commitment and strategy and process to bringing more girls into the security, cybersecurity specifically.
And with us today to talk a bit about this is the founder and CEO of Girl Security, Lauren Guita. I'm going to take you off of screen share here so everybody can see you. Lauren, how are you?
I'm terrific. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Really, thank you. Really appreciate the opportunity to participate in this grant. I speak on behalf of the whole organization when I say that we want to thank Gula Tech for this opportunity, which is truly remarkable for Girl Security, which is a growing organization led and informed by women national security practitioners. Unfortunately, my colleague and one of our board members, Camille Stewart, who many folks might know is a leading cybersecurity attorney and co-founder of Share the Mic campaign, is across multiple time zones and had another commitment, but I have her permission to share a quote if I may. And then I'm excited about this opportunity to invest in our future by ensuring girls of color, and in particular Black girls, are empowered in cybersecurity. The lack of access and exposure to cybersecurity and national security as disciplines early on is extremely limiting for young girls and for our national strategy. As Lauren and I said in our article, building a more secure nation starts with girls of color. Empowering and giving a voice to women and girls of color is essential to reimagining and building a future-proof national security workforce able to confront the ways in which systemic racism impedes our ability to effectively secure our homeland and engage on the world stage. Girl Security is really a vision of forging equity and national security through its pathways, including cyber, with an architecture that brings really the diverse lived security experiences of girls from across backgrounds and identities to the forefront of not only a national security discourse, but we hope a re-envisioned understanding of national security that places challenges at the intersection of tech, society, and security at its forefront. In addition, it provides girls and women interested in careers with practitioner-designed college to career training and supports those girls and women through mentoring and social networks as they advance, which are all key issues that especially for Black girls and girls of color in our program are missing. And last, what's so critical too about our program is we onboard girls at the upper high school and college career. Last year, we onboarded 400 mentees, and our program served over 3,000 girls, half of whom were girls of color, many of whom came from my home city, the city of Chicago. But truly, it's the population that we serve. It's the girls and educators who really show us how we need to show up for them. So I wanted to just share how this support will enable us to, it's going to enable us to do more work through an equity lens of understanding how Black girls see and perceive cybersecurity within the national security context. It will allow us to activate an equity workforce that will explore new approaches to engaging girls through the lens of education and equity in cybersecurity, as well as consider the implications of national security challenges that place systemic racism and misogyny at their core. We'll be able to implement dedicated college to career training on cyber's many non-technical pathways and expand a successful pilot initiative that we launched last year in response to the pandemic, which is a 15-week fellowship program that provides girls with, again, practitioner design training. We're working with interested partners to secure course credit, as well as a stipend to participate, which is huge. At its core, girl security is challenging outdated norms that no longer serve our national security. It's challenging the national security to prioritize the experiences of girls and girls of color. And it's important to recognize that these girls, and especially Black girls in our program, experience a diverse spectrum of security threats. They're really good at security. And so we need to bring their voices to the forefront and equip them with the resources that they need to be future national security leaders in cyber and look more like the nation that it is securing. So this is transformative for us. As I said, we really can't thank you enough. And I speak on behalf of our team and the populations we serve. So thank you.
Well, thanks for the opportunity. And what do you think you might be doing with some of the funds?
We're going to be supporting all of those initiatives. The fellowship program, as I noted, we're going to expand our equity council. Being able to provide stipends to girls from underserved communities is huge, especially those who are coming from areas that are heavily gang-ridden. They need to have an incentive to participate, a protection to participate in the program, as well as just to further support the partners that we have on the ground, who I said they're educators who are forging equity. They're doing the hard work, and our job is really just to support them as they do that work. So we really appreciate this opportunity, and I want to congratulate the other winners who as well.
Yeah, congratulations! Very impressive organization. That's just awesome. That's just awesome.
Yeah, we were very impressed.
So let's going to go back to.
Do you want to go to Harry now?
No. So we have found Harry. So we're going to go back to
where in the world was?
Yes, that's right. We're going to go back to sharing the screen. So what we'll do is, first of all, I need to thank our board because they were all texting me that Harry Corker was indeed on the line. So what we'll do is we'll announce the second place and the first place winner. Then we'll go back and we'll hear from Mr. Coker. So very good.
Or
all
we
right.
can mix it up and put them in the middle.
Oh no, I think we got it. Once we do the third place, we got to go here. So our second place winner is an organization that Cindy and I have both had the opportunity to participate in. So this organization, Advanced Cybersecurity Program, is currently offered 2 times per year, starting in March or July for 100 students. The program is 14 weeks. The program is 14 weeks of full-time virtual classroom training, followed by 12 weeks of on-the-job training and professional development through a paid internship in the cybersecurity departments of this organization's corporate partners. Cindy?
So the second place winner is NPower. So with NPower, we have Kendra Parlock here to tell us a little bit more about what you do at NPower and how you're looking to use this additional grant information.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Cindy. We are so excited. I'm like jumping up and down, and we are thrilled to have been selected as a finalist and selected as a winner of the Gula Tech Foundation Award for the advancement of African Americans in cybersecurity. And at NPower, our mission is to launch careers in tech through our Tech Fundamentals program, cybersecurity, and our cloud computing programs. Our training is an entry portal to a tech-based career for young people from underserved communities, targeting 18 to 25-year-olds, but also military veterans and spouses. And the program changes the lives of our trainees. The majority enter our program unemployed or underemployed with salaries of about $7,600. But we're going to use this award toward our advanced training in cybersecurity, where we will double our capacity to 100 students across the country this year. Our advanced cybersecurity program, as you mentioned, is offered 2 times per year. The first class will be starting up this month. And in addition to the tech training, there's 12 weeks of on-the-job training, as well as professional development through a paid internship in a cybersecurity department with one of our corporate partners. And with the program, we equip our students with the skills needed to launch a career in cyber. And it's anchored in the CompTIA Security Plus and Linux certifications, which, as you know, are highly marketable and made completely free to our students. The paid internship ensures that our students receive real-world exposure that builds upon what they're learning in the classroom. These internships we've adjusted, due to COVID, and we are providing our employer partners with the opportunity to assess a new diverse talent pool and obviously potential employees. Many of our alumni who go on to intern go on to receive job offers from the very same companies. So through this program, we really seek to what we call future-proof the students we serve by training for current jobs in cyber, as well as those on the horizon, while reinforcing the value of lifelong learning. Our training stays current with the market. It's innovative and tailored to the local job markets with active engagement from our employer partners. We serve graduates. So we start with our Tech Fundamentals program. So our cyber program serves graduates from our Tech Fundamentals program, those coming from limited backgrounds who are working to upskill and enhance their marketability for cyber positions. And so we accept applications for people who are attempting to move from unemployment or underemployment. And again, we're working toward placing them in cyber positions where the average salary ranges from $55,000 to $120,000 a year. And we're really proud of our outcomes. We've got 90% graduation, 90% certification, 90% job placement. And we are, so there's so many stories I could tell you. We're inspired by the career paths of our alumni, and I'd like to share two with you. First, there's Sean Cherry. He's a U.S. Army veteran and currently an apprentice at Barclays. He's from our Newark Tech Fundamentals Spring 2020 program and our New York Cybersecurity Fall 20 program. And after 14 years of service in the U.S. Army with distinction, special assignments, multiple deployment, Sean decided to follow his dream of a career in federal law enforcement, but due to an injury, his dream came to a halt. And he went back to school, enhanced his tech skills, and realized he could continue to serve and protect his country in a reimagined way. He came to Empower. He discovered us through a military publication and enrolled in our Tech Fundamentals program. He took full advantage of our support, helping him transition from military to civilian life, graduated Tech Fundamentals, and then went on to our advanced cybersecurity program, where he obtained his CompTIA Security Plus certification. And he got a coveted apprenticeship with the financial services company, and on a very successful path now in cybersecurity. And then I'd like to tell you about a young woman, Olivia Johnson, and she comes from our Baltimore Tech Fundamentals program 2019. She is climbing the cyber career ladder with a recent job offer from a local cyber company. She just got the offer. I talked to her on Monday. She's doubling her salary. But she came to Empower from hospitality server jobs. So she was bouncing from job to job and then had no job. And she heard about training programs in construction. And she wondered, well, is there something in tech? Is there something in cyber? She Googled it and she found us. And while in the program, she experienced homelessness as well as some other issues, but we were able to connect her with the needed social support as well as an executive mentor. Mentorship matters. It really matters, because after this, she soared. As a woman of color in cyber, her advice This is going to be hard, but never give up. And she's a great example also of lifting as you climb, because, you know, even as she's climbing her own career path, she's connecting others with training through Empower, and connecting the organizations that she comes in contact with Empower, so they can again look for new talent. So the funds we receive will go toward increasing the diversity of talent in tech and cyber, and changing the lives of many people, just like Olivia and Sean. So we are so very thankful for the funding and the opportunity to amplify our impact. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Congratulations very much. It's very, very well earned. You have a great organization.
We really enjoy talking with your students. Their enthusiasm is infectious, and it's wonderful. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right. Our third and first place grantee, $500,000. When Cindy and I got into cybersecurity, we never imagined we would be in the position to award somebody $500,000 to do amazing things. So this organization creates a multi-generational pipeline of qualified professionals to enter the workplace, and has more than 2,000 cybersecurity mentors enabling a variety of programs. Their goal is to train 10,000 African-American cybersecurity professionals by 2036. They do many, many more things than that. Cindy?
And the winner is Black Cybersecurity Association. So congratulations. The work they've been doing has been great. We were so impressed with what they have been able to do thus far, and really looking forward to seeing what they can do into the future. And for today, we're going to invite Donald Kelly, we know him as DJ, to come and let us know a little bit about the BCA.
So
If
DJ's on here a couple times. There we
There we
go. All right. So we're going to take this off the stop and share.
Hello, can you hear me? Am I audible?
We can hear you. Can you turn your camera on so we can see you?
Absolutely.
There you
There we
go.
go.
All right. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm really nervous. I wanted to ask, can I we have our COO on the line, the Chief Operating Officer of the Black Cybersecurity Association. I'm not sure why his name is mixed up, but he's on the line. Can he speak as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What's his name?
See the other one that's it up
His
here?
name
Is he
is
in the car?
Sean Kidd. Yeah, he's in the car. He's in the car.
Oh,
All right.
yes.
Yeah. All right. All right.
So he's at work.
My name is Sean Kidd.
Admin.
There we
He's
go.
at work. He has
All
one
right.
of those super secret jobs that you have to leave your phone in the car. That's why he's that's why he's in the car.
So, hey, congratulations. Tell us a bit more about your organization.
Thank you so much. First, I wanted to definitely say thank God. Thank you to the Gulas for your overwhelming of generosity. Thank you so much to all the finalist organization, and thank you to the Black community for supporting us. We've had a number of our staff members, the board members, the volunteers, the coaches, the trainers, staff, students, teachers, that we have a huge community. A lot of them are here on the line that supported the organization. We're dedicated, tirelessly dedicated towards making sure we have one mission and one mission only, and that's to increase the number of beautiful Black faces within the cybersecurity field. We're just doing everything in our power to do so through a variety of programs. One of them being our Kids Can Code bootcamp, in which we've trained over the last 9 months. We've trained upwards to about 100 kids, to most of which were Black and brown children, to be completely fluent in the Python programming language, which is the chief information security programming language out there. We established a mentorship program that's that's like dedicated that, and we've paired upwards to about 40 different beautiful Black and brown people with mentors to help guide them. And we've established a myriad of other programs as well. I don't want to bore everybody with the with all the details, but I did want to focus on saying thank you and I did want to say thank God for the opportunity. Thank you to the Gulas for providing us with the opportunity to like to basically remove the limitations to actually um support the people who really need it most. So I wanted to, with that said, I wanted to pass it over to Sean. I hope that people can feel my gratitude radiating through the camera.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm gonna pass it to Sean. Thank you again once again.
Wow, I can't express gratitude, appreciation. I'm a little nervous now because I just the first time I ever do something like this. And man, this is a blessing. This is truly a blessing for our organization, for the people that we serve, for all the things we do. I want to say thank you for Cindy and Ron for Cindy and Ron Gula for this opportunity, the Gula team, the foundation, the selection committee. I mean, wow, our organization only been in existence probably for about like 9 months, if you don't have understand. And within that, we're able to build a team of volunteers that was pretty much was able to rally behind the thought and vision of what DJ had in mind. We was able to rally, and it's funny because we all see the need in our community, not only to help provide help and assistance, but to get folks like us, people of color, Black folks, into cybersecurity. We know this is a game changer. We know education is a game changer. We know that engineering, STEM, all this is a game changer. It helps lift people out of poverty, helps lift our community. And not only that, it's like I said, like when we climb that ladder, we want to reach back and pull people with us, and to get and pull our young, beautiful boys, our Black women, our Black young ladies together, pull them up the ladder. So I mean, I can't stress this enough. I thank DJ for giving me the opportunity because again, this is a blessing. This truly a blessing, and it's really a blessing. I want to say thank you for one thing about it is we did not do this by ourselves. Okay, we have a tremendous staff of people on our organization. We have a good board team we just formed here, and they just did officers here recently. Led by Lee Witchard. We have Marche Omosar as our secretary, and we have and also doing our treasurer. We also have our C-suite team. We have Kenneth Gordon. He's call of our chief communication and marketing officer. We have our VCSO. If you haven't gone to Clubhouse, wow, she's awesome. We have our VCSO, Gina Sharp. She started a program called Operational Real World Experience. Is to give folks that real world experience and that mindset of security. Then we have our CTO, which soon will be moved over to our education training and professional development officer to help minister some of these programs with this funding and everything else, which is Dr. Maureen McWhite. We call her Dr. Mo. So we have, and this pretty much like the makeup of our organization. And we have other folks with that at the director level. We can start going through the list of people right now. This is probably an hour-long segment, and we could not do it without them. We cannot do this without them. So how this money is going to help us? Wow. We're like I said, we got Kids Can Code. We would like to expand that program a little bit more, open the aperture up, not just Kids Can Code, but look at for junior internships, scholarships, different stuff like that. We're looking at other things of how can we expand education within our pipeline and our strategy. We're looking at how we can use this money to remove barriers towards getting security, go to education training. People might need transportation. We're looking at stuff like that, get you to the testing center, get you to the learning center, to get you there. Childcare. We got single moms out there that, COVID set a lot of people back, right? And we got a lot of single moms out there. So, or single parents, I should say, let's be real. that may need that childcare. So we want to look at those things, opportunities. College. A lot of our organization makeup is pretty much from 0 years experience to 5 years. College is expensive. How can we do a scholarship there? How can we help them out with the technology fees and books and stuff? We're looking at being visionaries. We're looking at how can we expand this program, because one thing we've noticed the problem is it's really a pipeline issue. It starts as young as grade school with our kids. Like simply, that's what you got a purpose of Kids Been Code. As folks like that's transitioning into the field and getting there. Folks are. I mean, I'm telling you, this is a blessing. We have a laundry list of things that we're going through right now, and how we're going to scope this out and everything. And we just thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for considering us. You guys are a blessing. We
Hey,
thank
Sean.
God. We
So
give
Sean
God
and
glory first, and we thank you too.
so Sean and
Yes,
DJ,
sir.
we've invited
Go
you
ahead.
got
I'm sorry.
we've invited you guys from to come up to the studio here and do like a full hour plus with Cindy and I to talk about all this, as we have with all of the awardees. I'm very much looking forward to that. Your passion, both of you, is very infectious, and I think you've got great things. I think the one other comment I was going to make about BCA is one of the things I think our board and Cindy and I noticed is you've partnered with so many other people. There's so many other organizations, ones that
Yes.
didn't even make it. Oh, we partner with BCA. You know, we do this with BCA. BCA enables us. So you guys have made such a big impact in your 9 months, and I expect so much more. You know, I mean, I think you guys have a lot of opportunity here.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to seeing more great things out of you, and bringing the community together. Everybody should be part of BCA, because we're all on board, and it's going to take us all. That's great.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean, just for everybody here, just wave and say your full name, because it's coming up as DJ.
My name is So my name is Sean Kidd. I little bit. That's who I am.
Awesome.
I'm retired military, 20 years, and joined the organization and stuff like that. So I want to say thank you for this opportunity.
You're
Awesome.
welcome.
And also add one thing. I wanted to say that, like, I feel like we're in full and wholeheartedly support the women of our nation and of our world. Happy, well, belated International Women's Day to everybody. And I want to say especially like shout out to the Black women out there, especially. And
Amen.
if you see, like, I've been saying this a lot lately, but if you see like a Black woman that's just holding her head up, walking with the pep in her step, has confidence in herself, exuding herself. She's like running the meeting, the director of this, and she's just dropping that knowledge in cybersecurity. I just wanted to let everybody know she's a part of the Black Cybersecurity Association. I just wanted to let y'all know.
That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
that's
awesome.
great. Well, thank you guys so much, and again, we look forward to great things.
All right. So, hey, without further ado, I mean, just congratulations to all of our winners. And I want to turn it back to our original speaker. I want to talk about Harry Coker. I'm just going to introduce him. I'm not going to go back to the slides. So Harry, here's your time to unmute and turn your camera on. So we first met Harry a couple of years ago, right after he retired from, I'm just going to say, special projects, although his LinkedIn page does actually have the letters NSA and CIA. And when we were considering somebody to come in and give us some thoughts on, African American engagement in cybersecurity, Harry has had such a remarkable career, doing very, very senior roles at both the NSA and the CIA. So without further ado, Harry, how's it going?
Going well now. So thanks. And first off, I really do want to sincerely thank Cindy and Ron for their vision and commitment in launching the Gula Tech Foundation with the goal of providing millions of dollars in competitive grants to cybersecurity nonprofits around the country. This is a terribly important initiative, not just for those nonprofits and not just in this case for African Americans. Cybersecurity is important to our national security, and that includes the public sector, the private sector, and academia. Today, I was just asked to speak for 5 minutes about African Americans in technology or NSA or cyber, with a story that could be inspirational or reflective. And I did a lot of reflection during Black History Month, and I am continuing to do so during Women's History Month. And frankly, it was not difficult for me to find an inspirational African-American heroine from the early days of NSA. Hence, I'll succinctly relay a story from The Invisible Cryptologist, African Americans, World War II to 1956. But in the short 5 minutes, I'll only be able to set this table and connect some of the challenges from that era to our era today. And then I'll recommend that you all take a look at the book from NSA's Center for Cryptologic History. So turning back the hand of time, while the US military of the mid-1950s was a decade ahead of most civilian institutes when it comes to civil rights issues and social justice, the military of the 1940s was viciously Jim Crow, as evidenced by this excerpt from a memo, and I quote, "The policy of the War Department is not to intermingle colored and white personnel in the same regimental organizations. This policy has proven satisfactory over a long period of years, and to make changes would produce situations destructive to morale and detrimental to preparations for national defense." That memo was signed out by Robert B. Patterson, Assistant Secretary of War, and that memo went to President Roosevelt on 27 September 1940. Now, during that time frame, African Americans working with NSA's predecessor organizations served in all Black units, and they were funneled into occupations that were considered to be less cognitively challenging and beneath the skill level of other demographics. Career advancement and the working environments were, to put it politely, very trying. And it was not because of the ability of the African American employees to contribute, but it was because of the opportunity or lack thereof to contribute to the NSA's mission. And just reflecting on that reminded me of last summer when the chairman of a financial services firm lamented about the paucity of talented African Americans in the industry. And he went on to say, while it might sound like an excuse, the unfortunate reality is that there is a very limited pool of Black talent to recruit from. Now, in the 1940s and in the 2020s, we can artificially limit our talent pool, but we do that at our own peril. So this heroine, her name is Iris Carr, and I just want to give you a snippet of her perspective back then. And so I'm going to quote her. When I graduated from Prairie View College in 1932, I received a Bachelor of Science degree with a double major, English and math. I taught school, first in a little town, Horton, Texas, and then in Austin. In Texas, at that time, the highest level of education you could get as a minority was a Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Arts degree. There were no other provisions for minorities. You could not go to the University of Texas or to any other white colleges. The state of Texas would pay your transportation to go to another school because teachers were required to go to school every 3 years. But I went every year because I wanted to get another degree. So several summers, I drove from Texas to New York to take courses at Columbia University. In 1944, I left Austin for Washington because they would not allow Blacks to pay into the teachers' retirement fund. I could see myself as a little old lady of 60 or 70 with no income and not able to work. I know I had to get someplace where I could earn retirement benefits, but I also wanted to do something to help out in the war. The patriotism, perseverance, and professionalism that Iris consistently demonstrated during her decades-long career at NSA, while impressive, it was shared by other African Americans at the agency. And fortunately for all of us, the Gula Tech Foundation recognizes that there are plenty of Iris Carrs in our nation. And the convergence of this issue, this initiative with Iris Carr's leadership is embodied in another of her quotes. I was so involved in what the agency stood for, and I wanted it to be better. I had a feeling that things were going to get better. Everybody in there was not evil. I felt that one day African Americans would break out of this box and be able to go into reporting or personnel or other areas, perhaps cybersecurity, if they were prepared. I preached, be prepared. So again, thanks to the Gula Tech Foundation for helping to prepare us so we can take on the cyber challenges of today and tomorrow. Thanks, Cindy and Ron.
Hey, thank
Thank
you,
you.
Harry. That means a lot to us, and I apologize for not having you earlier, but you certainly delivered, especially after that emotional second, third, and first place. Thank you again. Thanks. So we're going to finish up here with just a few more announcements. I'm going to go back to the sharing. Once again, congratulations to all of our winners. Everybody's been invited to come on the Gula Tech Cyber Fiction Show. We've had a number of organizations reach out, ask to meet you. We're here to help. Our board's here to get engaged. You guys are doing very important work, and it's needed. It's needed. We are going to announce today adding 2 more advisory board members. One's a cybersecurity evangelist, Jeff Mann, joining our board, and also Brita Glade. She's with the RSA Conference and has been helping us think about our next grant, which is what we're going to talk about here. Cindy, you want to talk about Daddy Care?
So data care is something we've kind of thought about. How do we get more people engaged? How do we get the public engaged in cybersecurity? Because cybersecurity really does not really mean a lot of things, and it kind of gives the connotation it's somebody else's problem. So what we were really trying to do is say, let's change the name to data care, because people understand they have data. If you ask them, do you have data that's on the internet that you want to make sure is protected, and they say yes, then we're just talking about their data and their ability to participate and have a personal connection with cyber and cybersecurity, and so that there is also responsibility. So we're really trying to shift the nomenclature from cybersecurity to data care to make it a bigger umbrella and make people understand that that's really the heart of what we want. We want to bring more people in and not be thinking it's somebody else's problem. We need everybody in this game.
So with that, our next grant, we're announcing our next grant will be the March 2020 Data Care Grant. The focus here is helping out any nonprofit that has something to do with raising public awareness about cybersecurity. So if you can see, our last grant was very specific, increasing African-American engagement in cybersecurity. This one's going to be a bit broader. We think there's a lot of opportunities to speak to women, to kids, to senior citizens, to retiring veterans. And even though you might see SolarWinds and Microsoft getting hacked and 30,000 servers, the general public, as Cindy said, still doesn't understand what their role is in this fight, or what they can do to help secure their own data. So we're going to have 7 winners. We're going to spread the $1 million a little bit more, $250,000 for the first place, all the way down to $400,000 runner-ups. We've already been approached by organizations who want to create things like coloring books about cybersecurity and cryptography for K through 12 people. And it's going to be very exciting.
But the big announcement is that the RSA Conference has agreed to allow us to do this on their platform at the RSA Conference on May 20th. And so this grant is actually going to open up March 22nd at Gula.tech. But right now, we're going to invite Brita Glade from the RSA Conference to talk about the RSA Conference and what involvement you guys have.
And thank you so much for having me. And Harry, I'm glad I get to screen with you too, because that was so inspiring. Thank you. I have to step back first. And Ron, I love that it's the tuxedo jacket, right? We're in awards attire here,
I was going to do the
well
full,
earned.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's awesome. I wrote some words down because I had to, and I'm going to try not to get teary, because I really, I've been incredibly inspired by the words that have been shared and the passion have. inspire and equip girls to succeed. Wow, I'm a mom of 2 girls. I love it. Means a lot. Or you want to pull your reach. You want to help pull people up the ladder. And then BCA 10,000 by 2036. It's I can't say more. As RSA Conference, in our tagline, we talk about we are the collective we to stand against cybersecurity threats around the globe. And this we that has been brought to bear, that has been discussed today, is a very, very important part of our community as a whole. When we talk about diversity and inclusion, and there's been so many amazing stories even from outside of our industry, when groups are diverse, groups are more effective, full stop. Companies make more money. Companies are more successful. Companies are able to reach larger audiences with what they do. So I commend the voice and passion and enthusiasm that the leaders that we have heard from today have shared. It's incredibly important to the future of our industry that we really do stand together collectively as we. Conference tries to bring together diverse experts from across industry. That's a very important layer to what diversity is, right? We have policy people, we have scientists, we have academics, we have managers, and all of us in this world that is called cybersecurity, data care, Cindy, it's important for us to understand one another's point of view, to have these water cooler conversations, to disagree with one another, and to collectively work together to better the industry, which makes the world better also. So we are incredibly, incredibly honored to have Gula Tech Foundation on May the 20th to distribute and announce their next award. I'm also pleased to be able to, and I've got a code, Ron. Anyone who would like to get a pass to attend that session, it'll be part of the Digital Expo Pass. We'll be able to attend that session for free and then participate in other ways as you're interested across the RSA conference platform. Digital events are tricky and hard, and there's goodness in meeting one another digitally. It's going to be even better when we can all be together face to face and benefiting from the energy. Although DJ was pretty darn good with the energy that came through digitally. So a code, and I will put this into chat so that you have it. I'll also, Ron and Cindy, you're welcome to share it with whomever. But we're honored. We're honored with the spirit of what the Gula Tech Foundation has brought to the industry. It's important to our profession to have leaders like Ron and Cindy stepping forward and really helping to lift. The other comment that was made in chat of pay it forward. Wow, if each of us can pay it forward and do what we can to benefit the collective we, what a better place we'll be as an industry. So thank you so much. I look forward to representing RSA Conference on the board as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And RSA is planning on reaching out to the winners to interview them for their platform too. So thank you for that as well.
Yes, indeed. I've been typing away. I'm like, oh my gosh, this person's amazing. Oh my gosh, this story is great. So thank you for letting us share your stories broader with our kids.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. Cindy and I like to do things very, very hands-on and directly. So it was kind of hard to run this and look at all the texts and chats. A few things I did see, we are recording this. We will be putting this on our website, and everything we've talked about, the finalists, the winners, the write-ups, everything's at gula.tech. So that's gula.tech. And we're going to put everything up there. And then as we get closer to the March 22nd start of the next grant, you'll see very clear how to go and apply, and very much so with the calendar and that. So Cindy, do you want to say thank you and close us out?
Oh yeah, we just so much appreciate everybody out there. We just encourage everybody to get involved, amplify the message, and go out and really just try to get involved, and let's see what we can do just to make a difference. Even small differences make a huge difference. And we really do appreciate all the support from our friends, colleagues, family. We couldn't be here without you, and we appreciate everything that you've done to help support us.
God bless. Thanks for attending. We'll see you at the RSA conference with our next award ceremony.
Looking
Thank you
forward
very
to it.
much. Have a good one.
Bye.
Thank you.